Morning, everybody. Learning is not attained by chance. It must be sought for with ardor and attended with diligence, said Abigail Adams. You are all here to learn a new skill and move towards excellence. This national level student development program, which offers free online certificate course in effective English language development, is organized by V.V.N. Degree College, Bengaluru.
Not attained by chance. It must be sought.
V.V.N. Degree College, a unit of V.V.N. Trust, is one of the pioneer institutions in Bangalore, providing academically excellent value-based education for girl students. Since its inception, Vasavi Vidyaniketan Degree College has pioneered the discipline of commerce. Our objective is to provide quality education to girl students and empower them. The college offers graduation course in commerce and has sustained its glorious track record all through the years. The institute is located in one of the most posh locations of Bengaluru, that is V.V.Puram, close to Basavangudi, which makes it easily accessible and safe for girl students. V.V.N. Degree College, affiliated to Bangalore City University, has created an indelible mark for upholding Indian culture and imparting quality education with techno-savvy corporate training programs to enable the students to be confident, responsible citizens with positive thinking, and a right orientation of mind to face life with all its opportunities and challenges. At V.V.N. Degree College, Vanivilas Road, V.V.Puram, Bengaluru in Karnataka state, it offers BCom degree along with certificate courses for all the students. The certificate courses which are offered along with BCom course are Computer Fundamentals, MS Office, Tally ERP9, Corel Draw, Photoshop, GST, and in soft skills, communication skills, soft skills, campus to corporate training are all provided for the students. On this 8th day of effective English language development online course, I, Prasanna Udupikar, HOD of English at V.V.N. Degree College and the coordinator of this national level student development program, am privileged to welcome and introduce today's resource person of the first session, Shri Ashok Tekkate, State Resource Person for English Language Teaching from Kundapura, Karnataka State. Ashok Tekkate actually doesn't need any introduction as he is very familiar with all our participants. He has already taken one session on phonetics, the sounds of English. Today, he is going to continue with the phonetics and the pronunciations, the mistakes that occur while talking English language. Shri Ashok Tekkate has MA, B.Ed, PG Diploma in English language teaching degrees to his credit. He is trained in RIESI, that is Regional Institute of English South India, Bengaluru, and also in British Council. Shri Ashok Tekkate has given more than 300 trainings to teachers and students on various areas of English language development, study skills, and memory techniques. He has worked as the script writer for state-level educational programs such as Keli Kali, Chinnara Chukki, and EduSat programs. He has written more than 200 newspaper articles, stories, poems, and is serving at present as the president of Kannada Sahitya Parishat, Koteshwara. Shri Ashok Tekate is a certified zone trainer of JCI India, currently serving as the zone director for training of Zone 15 of JCI India. Shri Ashok Tekate is not only state-level English resource person for English language teaching, but also he is awarded with Udupi District Best Teacher Award. On behalf of management, Chief Executive for Academics and Administration, Principal, faculty members, I extend a hearty welcome to Shri Ashok Tekate to this knowledge sharing digital platform.
Thank
I
you, madam.
also
Thank you
take
so
this opportunity to welcome Shri Arun Kumar, President of V.V.N Trust, CAIS Prasad, Secretary General of V.V.N Trust, Garning Council Chairman, Shri Rajkumar, Garning Council Co-Chairman, Shri Akhilesh Babu, Chief Executive for Academics and Administration, Dr. K. Sheshamurthy, Principal, Professor G. Venugopal, and all the faculty members and students. I also extend a very warm welcome to all the English learners who are attending this online course. Now, without much ado, over to Shri Ashok Tekate for the session on phonetics.
Okay, thank you, madam, for the nice introduction. And also, I would like to start my session. Here we have all the dignitaries, and also I would like to meet all the students again on this digital platform in the second session on phonetics. In the previous session, we have discussed about the sounds of English and also the pronunciation of past tense forms and plural forms, and some rules regarding the pronunciation of certain sounds and also commonly mispronounced words. In this session, we are going to discuss about the suprasegmental features of the English language. What are these suprasegmental features? We are going to discuss about those things in the next 1 hour. First, let me share my screen now. Okay, is it? I think screen is visible to everybody.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
It's
Yes.
visible.
Okay. Here you can see 20 pages of different words. You can see 20 pages of different words. With the help of these 20 pages of different words, we can form 8 meaningful words. It's a task for the participants. Though I cannot receive the answers immediately right now, but I can give you some tasks in this session. Here, 20 pieces can be formed, can be reassembled or reorganized into 8 meaningful words. Now, I request all the participants to give a try. Now you have to try on your own to assemble these words into 8 meaningful words. Come on, try now. Here we have 20 pages of different words. You have to set them into 8 meaningful words. If you have said the words, you can comment it. Okay, let me help you with this task. Now, watch here. Now you can take the help of the similar colors. You can join similar colored piece of words and you can get 8 different words now. Now it is very easy for you, I think. For example, the verb pieces in red color, pen and sil, they can be joined as pencil. It's a word. In the same way, can you try to do form 8 different words? I hope you have done the task, formed 8 different words. Let me go there once again. Now look at this. I have reassembled all the words, a piece of words into 8 different words. The words are cat, pencil, cigarette, mandatory, dog, deceive, beautiful, participate. Here we have got 8 different words. These 8 different words were split into 20 pages. Have done this. Do you think, is there any intention in dividing or splitting these words into different pages of word, different pages? Is it done randomly? Any rule is there? Any system is there to divide the words into different pages? Yes, there is a system. Okay, it is called the syllables. These are not just the pages of different words. These are all the syllables. These are all called as syllables. Okay, these are all called as syllables. I have given you 20 syllables. With the help of those 20 syllables, you have formed 8 different meaningful words. Okay, what's a syllable? Before that, all of us have the desire to be a very good users of English. We wish to speak English in a standard way. When you were listening to the newsreaders on TV, cricket commentaries, language spoken by the native speakers, language spoken by some celebrities or good users of English, we wish to speak like them with good accent, intonation, pitch variation. We wish to speak like them. But when we try, we find it little difficult to get into that kind of speech. What's the reason? What are the secrets? In order to master that kind of accent or speaking style, we need to know about some other details other than the basic sounds. In the previous session, we discussed about the individual sounds. But here, in order to master the rhythm or accent or intonation, the right pronunciation of the sentences, we need to know about other aspects of phonetics, English language. As you all know that there are 44 sounds in English. Among them, 5 vowel letters, A, E, I, O, U, they produce 20 vowel sounds. Among them, 12 are pure vowel sounds, 8 are diphthongs. Diphthongs means it's a combination of 2 vowel sounds. For example, in the word table, A sound is there. It's a combination of A and E sound. It's called a diphthong. It's a diphthong actually. We have 8 diphthongs in English. 5 vowel letters produce 20 vowel sounds. Among them, 12 are pure vowel sounds and 8 are diphthongs. And 21 consonant sound letters produce 24 consonant sounds. We discussed in brief in the previous session. But actually, these sounds or individual sounds or speech sounds are considered as the basic units or segments of a speech. But the knowledge of these segments is not enough, as we do not use isolated sounds like per, ter, ker, but we use the words, sentences, or speech, sound groups, etc. In order to analyze the speech, we need a unit longer or higher than a speech sound, longer or higher than an individual sound. The syllable can be considered as a convenient unit by which the sounds can be organized in particular patterns. Thus, the syllable is very significant unit in the production of the speech. With the knowledge of the syllables, you can understand the other features of English language, the stress, the rhythm, the intonation. And if you want to use the right stress, if you want to use the rhythm, get the rhythm in your speech. If you want to use the right intonation, the basic requisite is the knowledge of the syllables. That is why we are discussing the concept of syllables here. Now let us know, what is a syllable? What's here? Syllable is a word or a part of a word which contains a single vowel sound. It can be an individual word or it can be a part of a word. In the previous example, I've shown you the word dog itself is a syllable, is a meaningful word actually. Another example, deceive, there are two syllables. DE is one syllable, CEIV is another syllable. Here, DE is the part of the complete word deceive. CEIV is the part of the complete word deceive. So, a syllable can be a individual word, separate word, or a part of a word. The very important thing is it contains a single vowel sound. That's the very important feature of a syllable. Every syllable has one single vowel sound in it. The vowel sound is the central element in a syllable. It is called the nucleus of the syllable. It must be there. A vowel sound must be there in a syllable. A syllable always has a vowel sound. It may or may not have a consonant sound. Consonant sound may not be there, may be there, but there must be a vowel sound. Let me go back to the previous slide. Watch here. Here we have 20 different pages. Now you know that all these are not just the pages of words, these are all the syllables. Now you have to check whether these syllables have a single vowel sound or not. Look at the example, cat, which is the vowel sound here. Ah, cat, ah is there. Pen, eh is there. Sig, eh is there. Man, ah is there. Pa, ah is there. And one more example, a single vowel sound, the letter A here, the sound is a, it itself is a syllable. I already told you the syllable may not have a consonant. There is, having the consonant is not must in a syllable. A single vowel sound can be considered as a syllable. Okay, right. Vowel sound is must. That's the basic thing in a syllable. Like this, you can check all the syllables here. Every syllable has a vowel sound. Let's go and let's check it, whether it has a syllable or not, a vowel sound or not. In each and every syllable here, it has a vowel sound. And one more thing, look at the example, view. The syllable has three vowel letters here. The syllable has both three vowel letters, but when you produce that sound, view, the vowel sound is only one, oo. The vowel sound is only one, that is oo. So, in a syllable, we have to focus on the pronunciation, the sound of the word, not the spelling. Don't go for spelling. If you go with the spelling, B-E-A-U, it sounds like there are three vowel sounds. It sounds like three vowel syllables. No. There may be any number of syllables, vowel sounds or letters. There must be one vowel sound. The sound is important, not the spelling of the word. This is very, very important thing. Right. Let me come back to this slide. A syllable is the basic unit of rhythm structure in English. English is a rhythmic language. Unless other Indian languages, we don't have such kind of a rhythmic flow in our speech, when it comes to Kannada, Telugu, Malayalam, Tamil, etc., or in Indian languages. But in English, we have a rhythmic structure. To understand the rhythmic structure, the basic requisite knowledge is the knowledge of the syllables. Okay? One more important thing is the number of, if you want to count the number of syllables in a word, the number of vowel sounds in a word always equals the number of a syllable in a word. I repeat, The number of vowel sounds in a word usually equals the number of syllables in a word. I already told you a syllable has a single vowel sound. Okay? One single vowel sound constitutes one syllable. That means the number of vowels in a word always equals the number of syllables in a word. For example, look at the example once again, the table. Here, table. Tay is one sound. There is one vowel sound. It's a diphthong actually. Don't get confused with the diphthong. There are two vowel sounds actually. Tay, a, but when they come together, it's considered as a diphthong. Diphthong is considered as one single vowel sound when it comes to syllables. Diphthong is considered as one single vowel sound. Tay is one syllable. Bul is another syllable. Tay has one vowel sound. Bul, there is a vowel sound. Bul has another vowel sound, there is another syllable. So, number of vowel sounds is always equal to the number of syllables in a word. If you want to count the number of syllables in a word, just count the number of vowel sounds there. You can easily count the number of syllables. Okay. Another thing is, the syllable is not a part of the written word, but of its pronunciation. I already told you. The syllable is not the part of the written word, but of its pronunciation. The syllable is related to the pronunciation, not on to the spelling of the word. Look at the word secretary. Secretary. It looks like the word has four syllables. For example, se, se, cre, cre, ta, ry, re. It looks like the word has four syllables, but actually the pronunciation of this word is not secretary, it is secretary. The pronunciation of this word is secretary, secretary. So when you produce this sound, you can easily identify the number of syllables here. Look at here. Se, one syllable. Cre, another syllable. Tree, another syllable. It has only three syllables actually. Secretary, secretary. Three vowel sounds are there, three syllables. Don't go with the spelling of the word, just go with the sound of the word. This is very, very important. Okay? Let us watch a video. I request madam to play the video. I would like to stop my screen share now. Okay? Please play the video on syllables. Madam, can you please play the video now? Prasanna, madam?
Yes, sir. You want the video to be played?
Yeah, right now, yeah.
Little later, the screen sharing should be stopped.
I have stopped the screen sharing.
But sir, there is some technical glitch here.
No problem. I will go with the remaining.
Yes.
Yeah, I will continue. No problem.
Yes. Later we'll start with that.
Okay.
After 5 minutes, we'll play the video.
Right.
Huh?
Right.
Yes.
No problem. In this video, in that video, you can observe how to count the number of syllables. I will tell you, as I told you already, the number of vowel sounds always equals the number of syllables in a word. Okay, when you produce a vowel sound, a puff of air comes out from our mouth. You can put your hand or your palm in front of your mouth, very closer to your mouth. When you are going to count the syllables in a word, just put your palm very closer and in front of your mouth and produce their sound. For example, table, table. You can feel the air blows out from your mouth 2 times. Whenever you produce the vowel sound, you can feel a puff of air gushing out from your mouth. Table, bank, only one syllable is here, only one sound is there. Deceive, there are two syllables. D is one syllable. Look at here. You can feel the, you can try it there. Put your hand, your palm in very closer to your mouth and produce the sound. You can feel the puff of air goes out from your mouth whenever you produce a vowel sound. That's one possible. Instead of your palm, you can put a small piece of paper. Whenever you produce a vowel sound, the air pushes the paper. The number of pushes can be considered as the number of syllables. Okay, and when you put your hand, your palm under your chin by touching your chin, when you pronounce a word, when you produce the vowel sound, it comes down and goes up. With the help of that, also you can count the number of syllables. The very basic thing is when you are going to count the number of syllables in a word, just count the number of vowel sounds in that. Not vowel letters, vowel sounds in that. That's enough for you. Okay, now we have a task for you. Watch here. Identify the number of syllables in these words. I have given you 12 words here. I've shown you 12 words here. The task is you have to count the number of syllables in each word. Can you do it on your own? Come on, try it now. I'll give you 30 minutes, 30 seconds. You need to count the number of syllables. Just pronounce the word. Don't go with the spelling. Just pronounce the word loudly. Identify the number of vowels in it. The number of vowels always equal the number of syllables in the word. Come on, try it now. 6, 60, alphabet, bottle, dance, understand, house, unit, consonant, begin, education, examination. Okay, come on, try it now. Count the syllables in these words, number of syllables. Okay, let me go with the answers. Look at here. The word 6 has only one syllable. The word 6 has only one syllable. Because it has only one vowel sound, A sound is there. In the word 60, 6 is one syllable, T is another syllable. There are two vowel sounds, 6E, T-E. There are two E's, two vowel sounds. In the word alphabet, al, A sound is there. F, A sound is there. Bit, E sound is there. It's alphabet. There are three syllables. It is a trisyllabic word. 6 is the monosyllabic word. If the word has two syllables, we call it as disyllabic word. If the word has three syllables, we call it as trisyllabic word. If the word has more than three syllables, we call it as polysyllabic word. Look at this next word, bottle. It has two syllables. It's a disyllabic word. Dance has only one syllable. Look at here. There are two vowel letters. The last A is silent E. We have only one vowel sound there. Dance. Ah. Only one vowel sound is there. It's a monosyllabic word. It's a monosyllabic word, right? Understand. Understand. Trisyllabic word. There are three syllables. Understand. In the same way, house. In this word, we have the diphthong. Ow. Ow. It's considered as one single sound actually when it comes to syllabication. Okay. House. One syllable. Unit. Unit. Disyllabic word. Consonant. Consonant. Three syllables are there. Consonant. Begin. There are two syllables. Education. 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 There are four syllables. The next word is examination. 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 There are five syllables. Okay, I hope you are all very clear with the idea of syllables now. You can easily count the number of syllables. When you come across a new word, just try to count the number of syllables there. Okay, We are moving forward to another feature, another suprasegmental feature now, right? Look at this slide. There is a word given at the beginning, SALAD. This word has two A's in its spelling. This word has two A's in its spelling. But they are not pronounced alike. They are not pronounced. The pronunciation of this word is not salad. 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 If you give the same sound to both the A's, it becomes salad. 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 Now, when it comes to Indian context, we give equal stress to all the sound, all the letters in the word. We don't have the different kind of stress pattern in our language. But here, look at this word. The pronunciation of this word is salad, not salad. It is salad. Salad. Here, how many syllables are there? Two syllables. Salad. Salad. It has two vowel letters and vowel sounds. The first A is pronounced with prominence, greater breath force, louder, little longer than the next syllable. Sa is pronounced louder, with greater breath force, little longer than the lud. Lud is weaker here. Salad, salad, salad. It's not salad, it's salad. Just because of the stress on the first syllable, it is pronounced as salad. Otherwise, we would have pronounced it as salad. So, a change in the stress can change the pronunciation of a word. Because of the stress pattern in English, it has different kind of pronunciation to each word, right? Okay. Indian languages normally do not have this feature of stress in the spoken form. All the syllables are stressed equally in a word in Indian languages. So, Indian speakers often do the same with the English as well. When we produce the sounds of English words, we do the same thing. In our Kannada or Malayalam, Tamil, Telugu, we give an equal stress to all the word, all the syllables in the word, all the syllables in the word. We do the same thing. Okay, let me take the example of banana. The pronunciation of that word is banana, banana. Here, it has three syllables, ba, na, na. The second syllable is stressed, banana, banana. Okay, but I will take the example of Kannada. In Kannada, we say it as balehannu. We don't say balehannu. We don't say balehannu. We just say balehannu. We equal stress to all the sound. But in English, it doesn't happen so. We do not articulate all the syllables in the same way in English. Some syllables are said with greater breath force than the other. Some syllables are said with greater breath force than the other. Look at this example. Sa is pronounced with greater breath force, longer, louder than lud. Salad. Okay? Table. Okay? Yes. If a word has more than one syllable, only one receives the prominence. You have monosyllabic words, we have disyllabic words, we have trisyllabic words, we have more polysyllabic words. In all the words, only one syllable is stressed. Only one syllable is stressed. When it comes to polysyllabic words, there are possibilities of two stresses sometimes. Don't bother about those things right now. Just think that only one syllable is stressed in any word, regardless of the number of syllables it has. Okay? It is indicated by a vertical bar above and in front of the stressed syllable. Look at here in the word salad. A vertical bar is used in front and above the stressed syllable. Here the stressed syllable is sa. A vertical bar is used in front and above of the word s. Sa. Sa is one syllable here. It is used there. A vertical bar is used to mark the stress, word stress. Okay. Monosyllabic words do not have the stress when they are pronounced in isolation. When they are pronounced separately, they don't have stress. King, bank, bag, car. They are not stressed in isolation. When they appear in a sentence, they may get the stress depending on the meaning, sentence stress rules. Okay? When they appear in a sentence, they may get the stress. But when in isolation, when they are pronounced in isolation, they don't get the stress, the monosyllabic words. From disyllabic words, we need to think about the stress pattern of each word. Whenever you come across a word, just think how many syllables are there, which syllable is stressed. Two things should come to your mind when you will think of a word. Okay? Stress and intonation are very important. Without these, pronunciation would lack its communicative force. If you want to be a very good communicator in English, if you want to be a very good speaker in English, you must master the skill of giving right stress and intonation patterns in English. It's very, very important. If you use this stress or intonation pattern, the English speaking looks sounds like English. Otherwise, it sounds like Indian language. Indian accent is used to English. It sounds like Indian accent is used to English. But English has its own unique pattern, unique accent. Okay, it has its own speciality. We must, in order to master that accent, you must know about these word stress, the remaining sentence stress, intonation, syllables, all these things. You must know it, right? These mechanisms convey the attitude and emotions of the speaker. Okay, if you want to convey your attitude, emotions in the right way, you need to use the right stress. The same sentences can be given different meanings. They can express different expressions, different feelings. That depends on the stress you used. That depends on the intonation patterns you used. The same sentence can be conveyed in different way, with different meaning, with different attitude, but it is depending on the stress and the intonation used. Okay, right. Let me come to the same slide once again. Look at here. You might have experienced a question on your mind. Look at here. In the word pencil, in the previous slide, the syllable PEN is written using uppercase letters. You might have gone through a question in your mind. Why it is marked in uppercase? Because it is the stressed syllable in this word. As you know, monosyllabic words don't get the stress, so cat is not stressed in isolation. But in pencil, pen is stressed, sil is unstressed. The pronunciation of this word is not just pencil, it is pencil. Pencil. You have to pronounce the word, syllable pen with extra breath force, louder and little longer. Okay? Pencil. It's not just pencil, it's pencil. Try to read the next trisyllabic word. It's not just cigarette, it's cigarette, cigarette. The last syllable is stressed here. Ret is still stressed here. Cigarette. Look at go to the next word, polysyllabic word. It has 4 syllables. Can you try reading these remaining words with giving by giving the word stress? Word stress means you have to use extra breath force and louder and little longer. Try to read the words by giving stress to the red colored and capitalized part of the words. Come on, try it now. Pronounce it. It is mandatory, not just mandatory. It's mandatory. Mandatory. Dog. No stress. Deceive. Deceive. Not just deceive. It is deceive. That's here the second syllable is stressed. Deceive. Beautiful. Beautiful. Not just beautiful. The flower is beautiful. The flower is beautiful. Beautiful. View is stressed here in this word. The next word, participate. I would like to participate in this webinar series. I would like to participate. Participate. Here, the second syllable is stressed. Okay? This is all about this word stress. Actually, normally it is marked with a vertical bar. Here it is, in order to make it easy for you, I have used the uppercase letters and colored it. Okay. Now come to the next slide here. Word stress, stress on the first syllable. I have given you some examples of the words here. In the first row, you can see, in the first column, you can see the words with the stress on first syllable. Paper is not just paper. Paper, the first syllable is stressed. PA is stressed. Pay is stressed. Paper. Doctor. Doc is stressed. Ter is unstressed. It's weak. When one syllable is stressed, another syllable becomes weak. Doctor. Student. Student, not student. It is stew. Stew. Student. Mother. Mother. When I'm producing here, pronouncing here on your own, you can try producing these sounds on your own. Come on, try it, okay? Concrete, concrete, table, table, packet. It's not packet, it is packet, packet. In all these words, the first syllable is stressed, okay? Let us go to the stress on the second syllable. Words with second stress on second syllable. It is machine, machine. The second syllable. It's not just machine. Machine. Decide. D is weaker here. Side is stronger. Decide. Because. Because. Ahead. Ahead. You can take the examples of some other words like this. Ahead. About. Around. Alone. Ago. All the words. The first is schwa sound, it's a weaker sound. The next part is stressed. Ahead, right. Begin, begin, beginning. The beginning, like this. Beginning, begin. Forget, forget, forget. The second syllable is stressed. Remark, remark. The second syllable is stressed here. When it comes to the pronunciation, stress of the polysyllabic words, the stress may appear in any syllable, on any syllable, okay? It has some rules. We are going to discuss about those rules a little later. Look at this word, examination, examination. The word has 5 syllables. The penultimate syllable is stressed here. What is the penultimate? Penultimate means second from the last, last but one, or the second from last is called as penultimate. It is not ultimate, it is penultimate. Okay? The penultimate syllable is stressed. There is a common rule. Whenever the word ends with shun, always the penultimate syllable is stressed. Examination, participation, right? In this way. Okay. Ridiculous. The next word is ridiculous. The dick is stressed here. Ridiculous. Consonantal, consonantal, the pronunciation, the stress is on the penultimate syllable, that is nan. Consonantal, disyllabic, disyllabic, lab is stressed, the penultimate syllable is stressed. Operation, operation, the word has actually 4 syllables, operation, 4 syllables, the penultimate syllable is stressed. Last but one syllable is stressed. Preparation. Important. It is not important, it is important. Just because of the stress on POR, po, the next syllable becomes weaker. That is why it becomes tunt, not then tent. TANT has become tunt because of the previous syllable, stress on the previous syllable. The tunt becomes weaker. Important, important. Okay, the stress is on the second syllable. That means the penultimate syllable. Professor. He is the professor of our college. She is the professor of our college. Professor. Professor. Okay. Here the first it has got the stress. Okay. These are all about the word stress. I hope you understood these points right now. We are going to another part here in the stress itself that is called as functional stress. That is called as functional stress. What are these functional stress? Sometimes a single word can work in different roles. Sometimes it can work as a noun. Sometimes it can work as an adjective. Sometimes it can work as a verb, right? Whenever they are using in different roles, different functions, the stress also changes. If the same word functions as, as different roles like the verbs, nouns, adjectives, the stress also changes. Now, I've given you 4 sentences here. In each word, you can identify same word twice. 2 times they appear in each sentence. They are marked with red color. Try to read these sentences on your own. Come on, try. How do you read these sentences? The police are conducting an investigation on conduct of the boy. Okay, there are the word CONDUCT is used 2 times. CONTEST is used 2 times. OBJECD is used 2 times. Abstract is used 2 times. Okay, but they are playing different roles in the sentences. In these sentences, they are playing different roles. Sometimes they are working as a noun, sometimes as adjective, sometimes as verb or an action word. Whenever they are playing different roles, functions in different way, the stress is also changes. Okay. Now, come here once again. It's a different slide here. Now try giving the stress here. The police, it is not police, it is police. The police are conducting, get here, conducting. In the word conduct, there are 2 syllables. The second syllable is stressed. Conducting is a verb. Conducting is a verb. Whenever a word functions as a verb, it gets stress on the second syllable. Note this point. When a word functions as a verb, it gets the stress on the second syllable. Conducting, con becomes weaker. Conducting. The police are conducting an investigation on the conduct of the boy. Here, conduct is a noun. Conduct is a noun. Here, conduct of the boy. Here, when it is used as a noun or an adjective, the first syllable is stressed. Very simple. When it works as a verb, the second syllable is stressed. When it works as a noun or adjective, the first syllable is stressed. The police are conducting an investigation on the conduct of the boy. Conduct certificate, not conduct certificate, it's conduct certificate, right? Conduct of the boy. Now, try to read the remaining sentences. If it is a verb, give stress on the second syllable. If it is a noun, give the stress on the first syllable. I contested in a music contest. I contested in a music contest. Look at here, contested is the verb, it gets the stress on the second syllable. Contest is a noun, it gets the stress on the first syllable. The health department objected the use of certain objects in packet food. The health department objected the use of certain objects in packet food. Look at here, objected is a verb, it gets stress on second syllable. Objects is a noun, it gets stress on first syllable. Look at the change in the sound. Objected, here stress is on the second syllable, OB becomes weaker, it becomes objected. When it is used as a noun, it becomes it gets the stress. The pronunciation changes just because of the stress. Just because of the word stress, the pronunciation changes of the same word. It becomes objects. It becomes jects. Certain objects in the packet food. Right. The last sentence. The data for the study is abstracted from the scientist's abstracts. The data for the study is abstracted from the scientist's abstract. Here, abstracted is the verb, it gets stress on the second syllable, and abstract is a noun, it gets stress on the first syllable. Clear? I hope everything is clear to you regarding the functional stress. Only one basic thing is, if a word, same word functions as a noun, adjective, or a verb, if it is noun or adjective, it gets stress on a first syllable. If it works as a verb, it gets stressed on the second syllable. There are some exceptions, like visiting. English has exceptions. Okay, there are some words like visiting. It is used as a verb, noun. It is pronounced in the same way. He is on a visit. I'm visiting. It's same. There are some words like that, but most of the time this rule applies. If it is a noun, first syllable is stressed. If it is a verb, second syllable is stressed. Okay. Now go to the. Now let us practice this functional stress now. In the first column, nouns or adjectives forms are given. In the second column, verbs are given. We have two sets here. Now you have to try producing these sounds by using right word stress. You can notice the high. You can notice the vertical bar on the stressed syllable, and also the color is also changed here. First is noun. The next one is verb. Conduct, conduct, content, content. The content of this book, it's not content. Sometimes we use, this book has very good content. No, it is the content. The book has very good content. Content of the book, not content of the book. Content, content. Present, present. I have received a very good present. I have received a very good present. Present, the first syllable is stressed. Presenting, I am presenting a session here. Presenting, right? Record, you need to bring all the records. Record, the first syllable is stressed. It's a noun. Recording, this webinar saying is being recorded. Is being recorded. Record is a verb. The second syllable is stressed. Second, you are the second one. Second, first syllable stress. Seconding. I am seconding you. Seconding. It can be used as a verb. Seconding. Second syllable stress. Now go to another set. Subject. English is a nice subject. He is subjected to death. He is subjected to death. Subject. Verb. Second syllable stress. We are conducting a survey. Survey, noun. First syllable stress. We are surveying. Surveying, second syllable is stressed. He is the suspect. He is the prime suspect. Suspect, noun, sus is first syllable is stressed. Suspecting, don't suspecting, do not suspect. Suspect, second syllable is stressed, as it is a verb. Accent, accent. Contract, contract. Contract, contract. Okay? In this way, you can understand the idea of functional stress. I can catch the theme of this functional stress in one sentence. If the same word functions as a noun or adjective, it gets stressed on the first syllable. If the same word functions as a verb, it gets stressed on the second syllable, right? Okay. Now there arises a question. When you come across a new word, how can we decide? How can you decide which word has to be stressed? Which syllable has to be stressed? When you come across a new like not only all these examples in the functional stress I've given you are disyllabic words. If they are trisyllabic, if they are polysyllabic words, how can you give the word stress? Is there any guideline? Yes, there are some rules. There are many rules. I would like to give you some. I would like to introduce some rules to you. Now look at here, word stress rules. Words ending with IAN, IVON, shun, TIVON, take the stress on penultimate syllable. Words ending with IAN, IVON, TIVON, take the stress on penultimate syllable. Penultimate means last but one or the second from last. Look at here, Optician. Optician. It's not optician. The spelling looks like CIAN, but the pronunciation is shun of the last syllable. It has three syllables, optician. Okay, it is ending with IAN. That is why it gets stress on the penultimate syllable. That is optician, magician, magician, technician, technician. There are three syllables. Second from the last is stressed here. Technician, suspicion, suspicion, examination, examination. Actually, In this word, we have two stresses. Nay gets the primary stress, Zam gets the secondary stress. Where it happens in polysyllabic words. Sometimes in polysyllabic words, we use two kinds of stresses. One is primary stress, another is secondary stress. In this word, Zam gets the secondary stress, Nay gets the primary stress. Examination. Zam also stressed a bit. Examination. Don't bother about those things too much. Just focus on the word stress now, primary stress. This is enough for you now. Pronunciation. Pronunciation. The last syllable is shun, the preceding syllable is A. A is stressed here. Okay. Let's go to the second rule. Words ending with ity, cal, gy take stress on third last syllable. Anti-penultimate. It's called as anti-penultimate means third from last. You have to count from last. Last is ultimate. Before that is penultimate. Before that is anti-penultimate. Look at here. Speciality. Speciality. In this word, the last three syllables, look at here. A, Li, T, the last three syllables. Third from the last is stress. Speciality, reality, A, Li, T, last three syllables. Third from the last is stressed here. Reality, electricity, electricity, sociological, sociological, biological, biological, geological, law is stressed here. Third from the last is stressed. Geology, geology, biology, psychology, psychology. Third from the last is stressed when the word ends with ity, cal, gy. This takes stress on third last syllable. That means anti-penultimate. Let's go to the next rule. Words ending with T-E-E-N, A-I-R-E, E-E, O-O, E-E-R, E-S-E, E-S-Q-E, E-T-T, V.V.N take stress on the last syllable. I think it is not easy to catch these things in this speed. Okay, I think after this session you need to think about, you need to revisit this video. Okay, once again, and you have to practice this. It's not, I know that it's not easy to catch these things at one go, right? Okay. 14, second syllable, second element, the second syllable is stressed. That means the last syllable is stressed, not second, last syllable is stressed. Questionnaire, questionnaire, employee, I'm an employee. E is stressed. Guarantee, kangaroo, kangaroo, bamboo, bamboo, the last syllable is stressed. Engineer, he is an engineer, he is an engineer. Near is stressed. Japanese, Japanese, it's not Japanese, it's Japanese. It's Japanese people, Japanese. Picturesque, picturesque, cigarette, balloon, balloon, the last syllable is stressed. I repeat the rule once again, words ending with T-E-E-N, A-I-R-E, E-E-O-O, E-E-R, E-S-E, E-S-Q-E, E-T-T-E, O-O-N, take stress on the last syllable. Let's go to the next rule. Compound words ending with EV, ever, self, and selves as second element in a compound word. In compound words, normally we have two elements. The second element takes stress. Okay? However, however, whatever, whenever, whoever, the self, himself, myself, themselves. Clear? The second element gets the stress when the compound word ends with ever, self, and self. Normally, the compound words gets the stress on first element. When they end with ever, self, selves, they get stress on second syllable, second element. Right. The most fifth rule, the most common type in English is the first of the two elements receiving the primary stress when it comes to a compound word. air ride, blackbird, cardboard, crossword, footprint, hairbrush, pickpocket, postman, houseman, raincoat, school bus, bookshelf, tea party, tea party. Here, the first elements are stressed, okay? The next rule is words ending with crusty, gummy, gruffy, logy, metry, nummy, phony, suppy, receive, stress on the syllable preceding the ending. These are all the endings, okay? They are all not the syllables, these are endings. If the words end with these forms, the stress is on the preceding syllable. For example, democracy, cracy is here. The preceding syllable is mo. Democracy. Polygamy. Gamy is the ending. The preceding syllable is li. Polygamy. Biography. Biology. Geometry. Economy. Telephony. Philosophy. Philosophy. Sophy is the ending. The preceding syllable is law. Okay? Okay, I know that when it comes to the rules of word stress, it's not that easy to master at one go. You have to think more. You have to study further. You can revisit this video or slides if it is possible. You can study this. It's not that easy to master at one go or at the same presenting. Okay, it requires, it demands further practice. Okay, right. Now we are going to another super segmental feature, that is sentence stress. There is sentence stress. Okay. Apart from the word stress, we also have the sentence stress. All words are not stressed in a sentence. When we speak, we don't stress all the words in a sentence. But in Kannada, but in Tamil, in Telugu, or any other language, Malayalam, any other languages, we give the equal stress to all the words. Nanu manege hoguttene. It is common. We give the stress on all the words. We don't say nanu manege hoguttene. We don't use like this. Okay, but in English, it is a stressed time language. English is a stressed time language. Stress appears in regular intervals. That gives the rhythm to English. Okay, in English, not all the words are stressed in a sentence. Okay, look at this sentence given. I want you to take the dog for a walk in the park. Here we have 13 words. How do you read it? Come on, try reading yourself. How do you give the pronunciation to these words? Do you stress all the words? Now, actually, what's here? Only the words in red colored are stressed. I want you to take the dog for a walk in the park. The style of reading this sentence is, I want you to take the dog for a walk in the park. These 5 words get the prominence. These 5 words have to be stressed. Remaining words are unstressed, but you have to produce that sound, but it is weak. I want you to take the dog for a walk in the park. This is the way of sentence stress. Okay? In this way we speak, but we don't speak in this way in our native languages. Like that, we don't read. But in English it happens. That is the salient feature, the basic feature of the English language. It's a rhythmic language. Rhythm applies, the stress appears in regular intervals. That gives the rhythm. That's why English becomes a rhythmic language. Okay, right. I want you to take the dog for a walk in the park. Okay, now here comes the question. Which words have to be stressed in a sentence? Which words are unstressed? I think you have the question in your mind. Which words have to be stressed? Which words are not stressed in a sentence? Okay, let's watch this slide here. Normally in a sentence, we stress the content words. We stress the content words. What are content words? Content words are those, they give the meaning to the sentence. They have meaning. Okay? He is a boy. Look at the example. He is a boy. In this sentence, boy is the content word. He is not the content word. If you write just the word boy, it gives some meaning. But if you write the words like he is, they don't convey any specific meaning. They are incomplete meaning. He is, because they are not content words. Which are considered as content words? Nouns, verbs, adjectives, adverbs, demonstratives, interrogatives, reflexive pronouns. These are all considered as content words. When they appear in a sentence, they give meaning to the sentence. Nouns like house, girl, man, tree. Verbs like walk, go, eat, think. Adjectives, beautiful, good, long, soft, etc. Adverbs, usually, today, past, carefully, etc. Demonstratives, this, that, these, those. Interrogatives, question words, who, when, where, how. Reflexives, myself, himself, yourself, these are all reflexive. When these appear in a sentence, these are stressed. Okay. What about the unstressed words? Structural words are unstressed in a sentence. Structural words are unstressed in a sentence. What are the structural words? Structural words are grammatical words. They help to build a sentence. They on their own, they don't give the meaning to the sentence. They are necessary to complete a sentence, to build a sentence, to construct a sentence. Look at this: pronouns. In pronouns, personal pronouns like I, she, it, you, and possessive pronouns like you, my, your, his, her, their, and relative pronouns like who, that, which. These are structural words. When they appear in a sentence, they are unstressed. They don't get the stress. In articles, we have three articles, a and the, right? When they appear in a sentence, they become weak. Auxiliaries like be forms, have forms, do forms, will, shall, may. All these are unstressed. They are weak in a sentence. Prepositions, in, on, at, from, above, etc. These are unstressed. Conjunctions, and, but, so, that, etc. These are all unstressed words in a sentence. I repeat, content words like nouns, verbs, adjectives, adverbs, demonstratives, interrogatives, reflexives are stressed. 7 options are there. The structural words like pronouns, articles, auxiliaries, prepositions, and conjunctions are unstressed. Okay, clear? Okay, right. Now, I would like to give some sentences to you. Now we have to mark the stressed words. Okay, look at these words. Cut the cake, note it down. What have you done? Show me the way. She asked me to go. When did she come? She lost his pen. These are the sentences, right? Okay. Now we have to identify which are content words, which are structural words. We have to, wherever there is a content word, stress it. If it is a structural word or grammatical word, don't stress it. Try to read these sentences with sentence stress. Come on, try. Okay, I would like to help you now. Look at here. All the content words are colored in red color. All the structural words are remaining in black color without the bold font. Right. Cut is a verb. It's a content word. It gets stressed. Cake is a noun. It's a content word. It gets stressed. Look at here. Cut the cake. Cut the cake. The is a article. Is an article. It doesn't get the stress. It is weak here. Cut the cake. Now it down. Now it down. What have we done? What have we done? Look at here. What is an interrogative? Question word, it's a content word, it gets stress. Have you, there are grammatical words or structural words, they don't get the stress here. Done gets the stress. What have you done? Show me the way. Show me the way. She asked me to go. She asked me to go. Here, asked, verb, go, verb is a content word. They are content words. They get stress. She asked me to go. When did she come? When did she come? Okay, here, when come gets stress. He lost his pen. He lost his pen. Here, lost and pen are content words. They get stress. He lost his pen. Okay. Now, in these sentences, all the words are monosyllabic words. You might have noticed. I think all the words are monosyllabic words. If there are more polysyllabic words or disyllabic, trisyllabic words in a sentence, how to give the stress? Now, try to read these sentences. Try to read these sentences now. Read it aloud. Send him away. I wanted to go now. I have finished my lunch. He was sitting on the chair. I'm annoyed with your behavior. He submitted his report yesterday. Try to read with sentence stress. Identify the content words and structural words. Okay. Now, read it aloud. Here, we have two content words. When we are stressing a content word, we stress the stressed syllable in that content word. We don't stress the complete content word, full content word. We know that content words are stressed in a sentence. In that content word, the only stressed syllable is stressed. Look at here, read it aloud. Aloud is the content word. It has two syllables. The second syllable is stressed. As per the rule, the first is weak, loud. We have discussed earlier about these things. Read it aloud. Send him away. In the word away, it's a content word. The second syllable is stress. Is not stress actually. Send him away. I want it to go, and I want it now. In the word wanted.
No problem. It's going on.
In the word wanted, want is the.
Yeah.
Want gets stress.
I just wanted to ensure. But yeah.
Madam? Okay, madam, are you asking anything? Okay, I would like to continue. I finished my lunch. I finished. In the word finished, there are two syllables. Finished. Finished. Okay, right. Fee gets stressed. I finished my lunch. I was sitting on the chair. I'm annoyed with your behavior. I'm annoyed with your behavior. Behavior is the content word. That only the second syllable is stressed. I'm annoyed with your behavior. Submitted his report yesterday. Submitted his report yesterday. Okay, right. Now the rhythm, I already told you, rhythm appears in regular intervals. There are stress patterns appear in regular intervals in the English language. That's why it gets rhythm. I received a letter from Germany. Here, look at it. The voice goes up and down in regular intervals. I received a letter from Germany. I wanted to take the dog for a walk in the park. Here you can feel the ups and downs. This is the rhythm of English. English is a rhythmic language, right? One more thing, important thing is semantic stress shift is one of the important things here. Here, depending on the meaning to be conveyed, at times even structural words strike stress. When we are intended to convey the particular meaning, when we are intended to emphasize on particular word in a sentence, we don't bother about the rules of content words and structural words. We just give the emphasis on the particular word. This is called as semantic stress. Semantic means depending on the meaning to be conveyed, we give the stress. We don't think about whether it is content word or structural words. We just give the stress to the meaning when you are focused on meaning. When in a neutral way, We are not, when we are not intending to give the stress, convey a specific or strong meaning in a neutral way, we go with the structural words and common content word rules. But when we are intending to convey the specific meaning, we go with the meaning. It is called as semantic stress shift. Right. Look at here. In each sentence, one word is marked with red color. You have to stress that. I want you to take the dog for a walk in the park. I, here, the stress is on I. It gives the meaning that I, not somebody else. I want you to take the dog for a walk in the park. My, not somebody else. The second sentence, I want you to take the dog for a walk in the park. I want you, not somebody else. I told you, I want you to take the dog for a walk in the park. But here, the meaning changes, the focus changes, the emphasis changes. I want you to take the dog for a walk in the park. I want you to take the dog for a walk in the park. I want you to take the dog, not a cat, not something else. I want you to take the dog for a walk in the park, right? Here the emphasis is on the word dog, right? I want you to take the dog for a walk in the park, not on a road, not to a market. The focus is on park. I want you to take the dog for a walk in the park. Depending on the emphasis to be given, we give the stress. It is called a semantic stress shift. Let me go with another example in the sentence. My mother prepares this dish, not somebody else. My mother is stressed here. My mother prepares this sweet dish. My mother prepares this sweet dish, not father or somebody's sister. My mother prepares this sweet dish. My mother prepares this sweet dish. It's not buying from the market. My mother prepares it. The focus is on prepares. My mother prepares this sweet dish, the particular sweet dish. The focus is on particular sweet dish. My mother prepares this sweet dish. My mother prepares this sweet dish. Okay? My mother prepares this sweet dish. In this way, it gets the stress depending on the meaning to be conveyed. It gets the stress. This is called as the semantic stress shift. Depending on the meaning to be conveyed, at times even structural words get stressed. Here, you might have observed pronouns also got the stress. My is a pronoun; it gets the stress because of the semantic stress, right? If we want to say it in a neutral way without giving any special emphasis to convey a particular meaning, then we stress content or lexical words. Content words are also called as lexical words, and we leave the grammatical and structural words unstressed, okay? In a neutral way. When you're focusing on giving the meaning, emphasizing on a meaning, we don't bother about the structural words or content words. Even the structural words get the stress. I think we have one more important area on intonation. I think the time is up. Just focus on that area. Just go introduce that. One of the important areas is that is intonation actually. I just brief it. When we speak, the pitch of the voice goes on changing normally. The voice goes on changing. It rises or it falls. This rise or fall of the pitch of the speech, otherwise known as modulation, is called as intonation. This rise or fall in the pitch of the voice is called as the intonation. Intonation refers to the pitch of the last deliberately stressed syllable. Look at here. We have two types of, actually three types of intonation patterns: falling tone, rising tone, or fall rise. Okay, fall rise. Here, actually, the intonation refers to the pitch of the last deliberately stressed syllable. In a sentence, we may have number of words with stressed syllables. We have to consider what about the voice, whether it goes up or down on the last stressed syllable. We consider if it goes up, we consider it as a rising tone. If it goes down on the last stressed syllable, we consider it as a falling tone. Definition of falling tone: the tone consists of a fall of the voice from a fairly high note to a very loud note on a single syllable. It is called as falling tone. Look at here. Now, at the end, it goes down. Please, It starts with higher note, it ends with lower note. Please. How? Asked in a routine manner. How? It starts with higher note, ends with lower note. As the question, answer to the question, yes, yes, yes. Starts with higher note, it ends with lower note. It is a falling tone, and when it comes to the rising tone, this tone consists of a rise in the voice from a very high, low to a fairly high note. It starts from the low note to the, it ends with high note. Okay, here. Are you going? Are you going in this way? Puffy, puffy in this way. As a question, yes, in this way it goes with the rising tone. I think the time is up. I don't have some more information to convey you, which smart content to get the falling tone, rising tone like that. I don't go with this. By this, I would like to conclude my session. Thank you for the opportunity. Thank you for the patient listening. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. So you have covered almost all the components of phonetics. You have discussed the contents, the structural, the words, all the supra-segmental features. So what the participants have got to do is they have to learn the letters, they have to learn the words, and then try to learn blending of sounds with the words. Each word plays, a single word plays multiple functions in a sentence. For example, content, content, conduct, conduct. Like this, when it plays the role of noun, the pronunciation is different. When it plays the role of verb, the pronunciation is different. So very effectively, convincingly, you have taught the participants the supra-segmental features of phonetics. Now there is a question a student asked, how to remember all these words? And then, could you please suggest any book where they can find out which is the right pronunciation to a word? Could you suggest a book, sir?
Okay. We have some source books. When it comes
dictionary.
to the pronunciation dictionary, actually, there is an authentic pronunciation dictionary of Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones is considered as the father of phonetics. Okay, I can show you that book here. It's here. Cambridge print, English Pronouncing Dictionary by written by basically by Daniel Jones. It is edited by some other people. It is an authentic source. It is considered as an authentic source for the pronunciation. In this pronunciation, in the normal dictionaries like other Longman Dictionary or Oxford Dictionary, you can get the meaning at the same time you can get the pronunciation, phonemic symbols of the word, but you don't get the inflections. For example, when a word gets ed form, ing form, es form, or some other inflections, you can't find the pronunciation of those inflections in the normal dictionaries. But in the pronouncing dictionary, you can get the pronunciation of the basic word. At the same time, all kind of its inflections, it is given there. But in order to use the basic word, pronunciation dictionary, the primary requisite is the knowledge of all the symbols of 44 phonemes. We have not discussed that thing here in this webinar. We have not discussed, but a video was given to you. In that video, you can see the phonemic symbols. With the help of the, if you know the phonemic symbols, then only you can refer to this dictionary. Okay, right.
Yes, we'll post the video in the respective WhatsApp groups.
Yes, and so, one more thing here, we have some apps also in the mobile. True Phonetics is one of the good apps. There are many apps like that. In the same way, as you refer to a dictionary, you can refer to an app to get the immediate reference to the words.
Pronunciation. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. On behalf of the management members of V.V.N Trust, which runs this V.V.N Degree College, and Chief Executive for Academics and Administration, Principal, all the faculty members and students, and even on behalf of the participant, I wholeheartedly express my gratitude for accepting our invitation and for being part of this knowledge enrichment program. Thank you. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you so much for the opportunity given. I would like to thank you, madam, for your suggestions and guidance. And also I would like to thank Ravinarayan sir for this opportunity, and also the principal of your college. And also my dear students over there in different parts of this country. They are all very enthusiastic in learning new things. I hope they would study more on this area of phonetics, which is very important for them. I say all the best to them also. Thank you for the opportunity once again. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. We are now going to begin with the second session on developing effective writing skills by Professor Dr. Ravinarayan Chakrakodi from Regional Institute of English, South India, Bengaluru. He trains in-service teachers in English language pedagogy. Professor Dr. Ravinarayan has an MA in TESOL, that is Teaching English to Speakers of Other Languages with distinction from the University of Lancaster, United Kingdom. He is the lead coordinator for the British Council India's Action Research Mentoring Scheme, that is ARMS, for the year 2019-20. More than 60 teachers, researchers, and 16 mentors from several different states of the country were part of this mentoring teacher research project. Professor Dr. Ravinarayan has conducted many teacher education courses, research projects, and teaching material development and workshop across India. He has presented papers at the IATEFL, that is International Association of Teachers of English as a Foreign Language conference held in Manchester in the year 2015. Professor Dr. Ravinarayan has worked as the chairperson of English course books for the Department of Education, Government of Karnataka. His book on learning English, teach English, learn English, teach English, English skills for teachers was published by the Oxford University Press of India. Professor Dr. Ravinarayan is passionate about reading, training teachers, and researching classrooms. He is an internationally well-known person in teaching English language as a trainer of teachers. He has conducted many workshops for teachers working in CBSE and ICSE schools across the country. Professor Dr. Ravinarayan is a scholar who strongly believes in Joyce Meyer's words that teachers can change lives with just the right mix of chalk and challenges. Sir, on behalf of the management members of V.V.N. Trust, Chief Executive for Academics and Administration, Principal of V.V.N. Degree College, faculty members, students, and all the participants, I extend a very hearty welcome for you to this digital platform. Now over to Professor Dr. Ravinarayan, who is going to speak to us on developing effective writing skills in the next 1 hour.
Thank you, ma'am. Yeah. Thank you for your wonderful introduction, and thank you also for making me a part of this wonderful program you have designed for your students across the country. All right, this looks like a national level program. I generally address teachers, but this is the first time I'm talking to, after a long gap, actually, after so many years, I'm addressing a group of students. So this is a very interesting experience. Can you all hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Very
Okay.
audible, very clear.
Yeah. Let me share my screen. Yes.
Yes. Screen sharing is enabled.
Yeah.
Yes, we can see
Okay.
the screen. So can
Right.
you make it full screen?
I will. Yeah. Right?
Yes, perfect.
Or yeah. Thank you. So the title of today's presentation is Developing Effective Writing Skills, and I'd like to share some quotes related to writing. So this is one of the quotes on writing. If you wait for inspiration to write, you're not a writer. If you wait for inspiration to write, you're not a writer, you're a waiter. All right. So don't wait for inspiration. Just start writing. And the next one is, yeah, 1 second, I'll read. The secret of becoming a writer is to write, and keep on writing. All right. The secret of becoming a good writer is to keep writing, not wait for an inspiration or wait for others to inspire you, motivate you to write. Okay. And one more quote. Start writing no matter what. The water does not flow until the faucet is turned on. All right. The water doesn't flow until the tap is turned on. You don't become a writer until you start writing. Yeah. And one final quote. Without language, one cannot talk to people and understand them. One cannot share their hopes and aspirations, grasp their history, appreciate their poetry, or savor their songs. So language is very important to share our feelings, to communicate with others. Right? All right. So you had a very fascinating session on phonetics, on sounds in English, stress and intonation patterns. After listening to such an interesting session, I don't know how many of you will find this session on writing interesting, but I'm sure it will be useful to most of you. Okay, so I would like you to just use the chat box and type your response. So what do you write in English? Use the chat box and tell me, what do you write in English? Do you ever write anything? Do you write anything in English? If so, what is it? What do you write in English? Use the chat box and type your responses. I'm looking at the chat box as well. What do you write in English? Do you write? If you write, what is it that you write in English? Students, yeah, please respond, type your answers. What do you write? Do you write anything every day, or do you write something once in a week, once in a month? Where is the chat box, madam? On YouTube?
Yes, it's there, the chat box.
Yeah. You can read out their responses if they have posted something? Okay.
There is answer from Parinita, who says she writes essays. Namrata says she writes letters. Then Nandini says we write answers in the exam. Shilpa says we write essays and poems.
Yeah.
Essays, names we write, poems, articles, thoughts. Then we write, Kannan says we write words. Mainly we write exams because we are all students. Then we write articles for personal journals. We write diary entries. We write poems, thoughts, articles, letters, quotes,
yeah,
letters, etc.
Very good. Very good. Excellent. All right. Yeah. Thank you so much. And that's the kind of writing you do in colleges, right? As part of your course, maybe as part of your subject requirements. That's fine. And in addition to that, we do most of the writing online these days. And we write text messages, we write something on WhatsApp, we write on Facebook. That's also writing. So writing doesn't mean only writing by hand. All right. Writing only answers for examination questions, making notes, That's not the only writing we do. Most of the writing happens online. If it is real life writing, communicating to real person in the real world, then we do it on social media, all right, on Facebook, on, yeah, now for example, your responses on the chat box, that's also writing, all right? So you have to look at writing in different ways, right? So I'm happy that you write blogs. Some of you said that you write blogs, you write diaries, personal journals, and letters, essays. Very good. So based on these, we can categorize writing into 3 types. Okay, so first type is called academic writing. And the second one is called communicative writing. And the third type is called creative writing. So if you look at academic writing, most of the writings that you do in your colleges, that comes under academic writing, whether you write answers for questions, whether you make notes, writing essays, all this is a part of academic writing, writing for academic purposes, writing for college purposes, all right, for study purposes. And the second type is called communicative writing. So writing for communicative purposes, writing for real communication. Letters, for example, you said writing letters, personal letters or formal letters, writing letters to the editor sometimes, and then writing on social media, all right? All that is writing for real communication, where you're expressing your feelings, sharing your experiences. That's communicative writing. And some of you said we write poems, stories. That's called creative writing. So writing for pleasure, writing to entertain ourselves, all right? Writing as a hobby, writing, yeah, that's called creative writing. So academic writing is, some of these writings are called academic writing: note making, note taking, writing paragraphs, essays, writing reports, writing research papers, all right, writing articles to journals, magazines, writing dissertation, theses, academic essays, all right, that's called academic writing. And communicative writing is writing letters, emails, writing notices, circulars, posters, writing resumes, CVs or biodata, writing job applications, writing advertisements. All these are called communicative writing. And then creative writing. Some of us, I mean, when you grow up, maybe you will involve yourself in creative writing. All right, writing fiction, writing novels, writing stories, poems, writing dialogues, biographies, autobiographies. I mean, no, it's not necessary that you have to do it only in English. We do it in our own language, in our mother tongue. We write short poems, short dialogues in Kannada or in our mother tongue. All right, so all that is creative writing. Writing biographies, autobiographies, writing diaries, journals, riddles, and puzzles. This is called creative writing. Writing for creative purposes. All right, so these are the 3 types of writing we generally do in our day-to-day life. Okay. So let me focus on academic writing. All right, I'll mainly focus on academic writing. So writing a paragraph, for example. Now, what I want you to do, I want to make this session very interactive. So it will not be a lecture. I'll not be speaking most of the time. You'll have to write something. It will be a real writing session. You'll get a first-hand experience in writing. So I want you to write a paragraph. Okay, the topic is an important person who influenced me the most. An important person who influenced me the most. You have to write a paragraph. So can you see the link? Please open this link. Okay, I think, yeah, I can share this on the chat box. Actually, I'll try. Or can you share it in the chat box, madam?
Yeah, I'll share it, sir. I'll share it.
Please open the link, take 5 minutes and write a paragraph. Write some 8 to 10 sentences on your own. Okay, yeah, please do that. I'll give you 5 to 6 minutes. Yes. An important person who influenced me the most. So I want everybody to open the link and write a short paragraph. short paragraph on an important person who influenced me the most. Please open the link, write a short paragraph. Yes. Yeah, take 4 to 5 minutes. Not just a sentence, not just the name. You have to write 5, 6 sentences. Yeah, please write 5, 6 sentences. Only 4 of you are responding. Everybody, please open the link, write a short paragraph, not just a sentence, 5, 6 sentences. Please write 6 sentences, minimum 6 sentences. All the students. Only 8 of you are writing. I can see 8 students are writing. What about others?
This is the first session with the practicals.
That's right.
For the
That's right.
participants.
Yes, yes, yes. 16 of them are writing. 16. I want the number to reach 100 at least. 100. Only 16.
Oh,
If you open the link, you will know, madam. You can open the link and see their responses.
so one student is asking, as the link is not being able to open, can she
Okay.
type in the chat
She
box
can.
itself?
That's right. Others can type in
you
the
can.
chat box. That's
Yeah,
right.
you can.
Absolutely.
6 sentences. Directly type in the chat box.
That's right.
If you're not able to open the link.
You can type your paragraph in the chat box. Okay. You can see the responses here. 42 students. Yeah, 42 students try to write different paragraphs. All right, 42. Good. Okay.
One or two have typed in the chat box itself.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. So last 1 minute to complete your paragraph. I'll give you 1 more minute. Okay, Basava Basu has written a paragraph in the chat box. Lakshmi has written a paragraph about her brother. Fatima about her class teacher. All right, done. Okay, good. Can you all see your paragraph on the screen? Can they see, madam?
Yes, yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's right. That's right. Excellent.
Excellently, it's put
Yes,
neatly.
you can mention your name if you want to. So somebody has written about grandfather and my father and mother. Yes, and then my parents were the most important persons in my life. All right. Yes, I can't see your name actually. You can type your name. Yes, please add your name at the bottom. Yes, please put your name. Yes, MS Dhoni. Somebody has written about MS Dhoni is the most important person. Yes. All right. Yes, my parents. Okay, my mother. All right. Yes. So most of you have written about your parents, father, mother. Okay. All right. Two people in life. Reader sir. Okay. Somebody has written about reader sir. All right. Yes. Sudhamurthy. Yes. Right. My father has helped me understand the world better. Okay, good. I'm Harsha L of second year. Okay, Harsha. Who is Harsha? Yes. She has written about her husband. All right.
Okay.
And all right. Yes, yes, yes. Good. So this is how you write online. You're not writing by hand. It's not physical writing on a notebook or on an answer paper. This is writing online. Okay, so you're writing something and I can see it here on my screen. See the beauty of it. Harsha L of second year BCA. Okay. Third semester. Right, right. Out of people. Okay, okay, okay. Right.
Many have responded.
Many. Okay. Excellent, excellent. Yes. Very good. Yeah. Yeah, very good. Yes. My English professor, somebody has written about his or her English professor, Dr. B. Mishra, who influenced me the most. Very good. Yes. All right, excellent. Okay, I'm happy. Yes, now let me wait 1 second. Okay. Good. So this is, yeah. So it's easy. Actually, it's easy. You don't have to worry much about writing, about making mistakes, about grammar, about spelling. All right. Just keep writing whatever flashes your mind. Writing is a free flow of thoughts. All right. It's a spontaneous expression of your feelings. All right. So keep writing. You can use this platform called Padlet and practice writing. Yes. So when you started writing on this platform or on chat box, what difficulties did you face actually? So what I want you to do is Open this, this is called www.menti.com. Open this link, okay, and type the code 318687 and answer the question. What difficulties did you face when you started writing online? I'll share the link, okay? www.menti.com. Yes, it's easy. www.menti.com. Open the link and type 318687. Yeah, that's the code. Please type the code and answer the questions. Okay, answer the, yeah.
How much time would you give them, sir?
Just 1 minute, 1 minute. I'll give them
1
one.
minute.
Yes, yes, yes.
Participants, be quick.
Can you share the link, madam? Please share the link in the chat box.
Yes,
I think
I have
yeah.
shared, sir.
Yes. Now open another link. Open another link and answer the question given there. Link with code number 318687. I can't see any response.
Students, open that link. Use the code number and type.
Okay. They're responding now. Yep. Everybody, please, all of you, open the link. It's menti.com, www.menti.com. Yeah, you can see your responses on the screen. Can you see? Madam, can you see students' responses?
Yes.
Right. So what difficulties do you face while writing in English? What problems do you face when you're writing in English? Let me see. All of you, please open the link and try to answer the question. Many of them are asking for link.
Many of them.
Huh.
www.menti.com. It's there at the chat
QOM.
box.
Yeah.
Yes.
And type the 318687. Okay. So many of them seem to find it hard to use appropriate words and expressions. All right. Using appropriate words and expressions that is related to vocabulary. So many of them seem to say that vocabulary is a problem. 23 students are saying it's difficult to use appropriate words, phrases, and expressions in English. So lack of vocabulary. All right. And 18 students are saying constructing grammatically correct sentences is a problem. Constructing grammatically correct sentences. So grammar seems to be a problem for some of you. All right. And some 12 of them are saying lack of ideas and not being able to expand the ideas. Some 14 of them are saying lack of ideas. The problem is not able to express your ideas in English. Okay, not able to develop those ideas into a paragraph. All right. 15 students seem to say that not getting ideas. Okay. And then 11 students are saying I have a starting trouble. Okay. So they seem to have a starting trouble. What to write, how to begin. All right. How to start. All right. That's called, yeah, maybe others have that's called a mental block. Okay. There is a mental block to writing in English. And a few of you, okay, lack of support from the teacher. Okay, some very few students are saying lack of support from the peer group and the teacher. All right, and it's difficult to gather information from various sources. That's all. So most of you seem to have problem with vocabulary. 30 students actually, 30 of them seem to have problem with vocabulary in English. And then the next majority students also seem to have problem with grammar. All right, sentence construction, using tenses maybe, using appropriate sentences, grammatically correct sentences. And then a few also have problem with ideas, not able to generate ideas, not able to develop ideas into a paragraph and an essay. Yeah, that's fine. All right, so it's hard. I know it's hard. You can't write a paragraph at one go. I think it's very difficult. You need time, you need to prepare, you need to get ideas from different sources. Okay, let me go back to my slides. Okay, one second. Yes. Yeah. Okay, so it looks like, so I've asked you to write a paragraph, right? You can't do it in 5 minutes, all right? I'm sorry for not giving you enough time. Nobody can write a good paragraph in 5 or 6 minutes. You need to think, all right? You need to plan. You need to prepare before you write anything. So that preparation time is important. Time to plan, time to think, all right? Generate ideas. So you need some time to think, to develop ideas, and then maybe prepare a first draft. Then somebody will read, give you some feedback. Then you can add some more information, rewrite. Okay, so writing is a process. But I'm happy that many of you made an attempt to write a paragraph within the given 5 minutes time. All right, that's a great attempt. I'm so happy for you. Okay. Now, writing is not the same as speaking. All right, there are a lot of differences between speaking and writing. So what are the differences between speaking and writing? Which is easier? Which is easier, speaking or writing? You can, if you want to speak, can they speak, some of them? No, they can't speak, right?
They cannot speak.
They cannot. Okay, they can, you can type. Which is easier for you, speaking or writing in English? Which is easier? You started writing a paragraph, right? So was that easier? Or if I had asked you to speak on your favorite person, maybe that would have been. Which is easier? Anybody? Okay, generally speaking is much easier. All right, speaking is much easier than writing. That's because, okay, you don't have to worry much when you speak, because whatever comes to your mind, you just speak out, right? And there is a listener in front of you who responds, okay, who gives you feedback, who is nodding your head. See, I'm speaking now. I can see Madam Prasanna Madam nodding her head, smiling, responding to my talk, appreciating. And when I speak here, ask you to do something, you're responding, you're using chat box, using Mentimeter. So I get immediate response when I speak. Whereas when you write, it's a lonely process. All right, writing takes time. Writing is painful because there is no immediate reader. All right, whatever you write, somebody will read it at their convenient time. All right, so you don't get instant feedback, you don't get instant response. There is no audience to your writing. Okay, so there are many differences between the process of speaking and writing. Writing is not simply speech written down on paper. Okay, writing is not the speech written down on paper. Learning to write is not a natural extension of learning to speak. Learning to speak comes to us naturally. A 4-year-old child can speak instantly. All right, they respond immediately, but they don't learn to write that easily. So unlike speech, writing requires systematic instruction and practice. It requires systematic instruction and practice. So here are some of the differences between speaking and writing. Some more differences. So the written language, it stays on the page. So whatever you write, it's a permanent document. It stays there. Whereas speaking, it disappears. You say something now, next moment you can deny what you said. Okay, it disappears as soon as it is spoken. So you don't have to worry much. And in writing, we use punctuation, capital letters, small letters, commas, exclamation marks, question marks. There's no punctuation that we use in speaking. So in speaking, what is important is intonation. Ashok sir was talking about intonation, stress. If it is a question, you have to use a different tone. If it's a statement, maybe a different tone. So you have to show the differences by changing your tone. A statement becomes a question if you change the tone from falling tone to rising tone. So there is no punctuation. And writing consists of letters, words, etc. Whereas speaking consists of connected speech, sentences, incomplete sentences, and words. In writing, we have to construct full sentences, whereas in speech, we don't have to use grammatically correct full sentences. We speak in words and phrases. Good morning, it's just a phrase. Or let's see you tomorrow. Bye-bye. These are not full sentences, all right? And then writing has to be well organized. There's a logical structure. There's a beginning, middle, and an end. If you're writing a paragraph, there's a topic sentence, there are supporting details, there is a concluding sentence. It should be well organized. Whereas in speaking, we use body language, we use facial expressions, we use gestures, right? And writing requires use of more complex grammar and exact vocabulary. So it's difficult because we have to use complex grammar, compound complex sentences, and you have to use appropriate vocabulary. Whereas in speech, we use general vocabulary and very simple grammar. You don't have to think of grammar much when you speak. It is an instant process. When somebody says something, we immediately respond. We don't worry about language. Sometimes we code switch. We switch from one language to another. All right, we respond in English, immediately we switch over to Kannada. Or sometimes we begin in Kannada, switch over to English. It depends on the audience, the speaker, the listener. All right, okay. So these are some other differences between speech and writing. Yes, all right. Written language tends to be more complex and intricate than speech. Written language has longer sentences and many subordinate clauses. Whereas spoken language tends to be full of repetitions, incomplete sentences, corrections, interruptions, right? So so it's generally people find speaking much easier than writing. Is that the case with you? Do you find speaking easier than writing? Yes. So many of you are saying yes, speaking is easier. All right. Now what I want you to do is look at the picture, okay, and type your responses. What do you think about this picture? What do you think? What comes to your mind when you see this picture? You can use the chat box. Type your responses. It's all writing. So what comes to your mind when you see this picture? Use the chat box. So again, ideas. See, somebody said lack of ideas. So what ideas come to your mind? Don't worry about language. Don't think of grammar or vocabulary. What ideas flash your mind? Yeah. Sadly speaking, all right. Who got unwanted news from someone? All right, I'm looking at the chat box. So who is this person? What comes to your mind when you look at the picture? Yeah, man has some problem. Okay, Parimal Kannan has written that man has some problem. Yes, what do you think is the problem? Okay, somebody is saying a migrant worker. All right. Man is okay, irritated. All right. Person is calling someone. Okay. Good. All right. So if you have to write a paragraph based on the picture, all right, if I ask you to write a paragraph based on this picture, so you need to think. All right, you need to think about many things like who is this person, who is he talking to, what is his problem, what does he want to share, why is he sad, why is he crying. You have to ask a number of questions to yourself before you start writing. So these are called journalist questions. Before you write anything, it's a good idea to ask questions to yourself. All right, especially you can ask 6 journalist questions. So what are these 6 questions? They are called WH questions. 6 WH questions. Journalists ask this question generally. So journalists traditionally ask 6 questions when they are writing a report. One is who, what, where, when, why, how. Okay, so use these questions to explore the topic you are writing about for an essay or for a paragraph. For example, who are the participants? Who is affected? Who are the primary actors? Okay, so who is it about? Who is this person? And then what? What is the topic? What is his problem? So what is the significance of the topic? What is the basic? Somebody said he's a migrant laborer. Okay, so that maybe that is the issue. So what is the basic problem? What are the issues? Okay, why is this migrant worker crying? Why is he sad? Okay, so you have to explore these issues. And then where? Where does the activity take place? Where is he sitting? In the middle of the road? On a bridge? So where is he? Where does the activity take place? In what context? What is the background? Where does the problem or issue have its source? At what place is the cause or effect of the problem most visible? Okay, so where is it happening? And then when? When is the issue most apparent? Did it happen in the past? Is it happening now also? What are the implications for the future? So you have to look at the past, present, and connect it to the future. Okay, when did the issue or problem develop? What historical factors you'll have to analyze. Okay, so think of these questions before you start writing. Okay, who, what, who is it about? What is the issue? Where is it taking place? When did this happen? And why? Why is he irritated? Why is he crying, for example? Why did the problem arise? Why is it a problem at all? Okay. And then how? How is the issue or problem significant? How is it significant? How can it be addressed? How can it be solved? How does it affect the participants? How is it affecting others? How can the issue be resolved? So it's very important to ask these questions, 6 journalist questions, which will help you with ideas. Some of you said, for me, ideas is a problem. I can't get ideas. So this is how you get ideas. You develop ideas, all right, by asking questions. Right. Okay, so next level, so that is called fluency. Once you get lots of ideas related to the topic, then you have to think of the language. You have to think of putting your ideas in black and white, constructing sentences using appropriate vocabulary. Okay, now let's practice grammar. Okay, I am going to give you an exercise. You can use the chat box. Okay, so exercises in grammar. So you have to identify the linkers used in the following sentences. Use the chat box. Just type the linkers used in the sentences. First sentence is demand for food is increasing because the population is growing. Type the linker used in this paragraph, the conjunction used in the sentence. Please type in the chat box. Demand for food is increasing because the population is growing, which is the conjunction used. Did you see any responses, madam? Correct. Because that's right. Because yes. Yes, you're right. Because. And second sentence, mechanization has increased crop yields, yet production is still inadequate, which is a conjunction. So next sentence. Mechanization has increased crop yields, yet production is still inadequate. Next sentence.
Second sentence.
Second sentence. Correct. Yet is a conjunction. Yet shows contrast. That's right. Yes. So when you construct a sentence, when you write a paragraph, you have to use different conjunctions and linkers. Because, yet, and third sentence. And few inventions, for instance, television, have had a major impact on everyday life. A few inventions, for instance, television, have had a major impact on everyday life, which is a linker.
Third sentence, linker.
Correct. For instance, that's right. For instance. Yeah, good. For instance. Go to the third sentence. That's right. For instance, yes. Next, the definition of special needs is important since it is a cause of some disagreement. The definition of special needs is important since it is a cause of some disagreement.
Fourth sentence.
Fourth sentence. Fourth sentence. Since. Fourth sentence. Since, correct. Since.
Now that
Since it is a cause, yeah.
Yes.
Correct. Since, that's right. Since gives a reason. Since, because gives a reason. Okay, good. Next, the technology allows consumers a choice, thus increasing their sense of satisfaction. The technology allows consumers a choice, thus increasing their sense of satisfaction. Next sentence. Correct. Thus. Next sentence, thus gives a result. Okay, very good. Thus. Thus means therefore. Therefore, okay, gives a result. Next, 400 people were interviewed for the survey, then the results were analyzed. 400 people were interviewed for the survey, then the results were analyzed. Next sentence. Then, very good. Then, that's right. So, whenever you write something, it's very important to use conjunctions, linkers, then, thus, since, because, yet, for instance, in addition. All right. To begin with, to conclude, firstly, secondly, these are all called conjunctions and linkers. Next, okay, next. Now choose the most appropriate word. Okay, next exercise. You'll have to choose the most appropriate word. Tim's collection of bottles was or were? Tim's collection of bottles dash fantastic, which is the correct answer. Tim's collection of bottles. I'm giving you some exercise in vocabulary. Tim's collection of bottles was or were? Next sentence. Tim's collection of bottles. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, madam.
Was. One answer we got.
Correct. Not where. Many of you have written where. No, where is wrong. Tim's collection. Collection is the subject. Collection was. Many of you are writing where. Where is wrong. Was. Tim's collection of bottles was. Okay, was. Careful planning and a clear mind dash important for writing a good essay. Next one. Careful planning and a clear mind dash important for writing a good essay. Are correct. Are careful planning and a clear mind are important for writing good essay. Okay, so you can do such exercises later. All right, yes. Next. Okay, this is, I thought I would give you some exercises in vocabulary. All right, so should we do this or continue? Can I skip this, madam?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yeah, I can skip. All right, yes. And then some exercises in active and passive voice. I think when I saw your paragraph, I thought you need more practice in grammar. So you have to think of various types of sentences, active sentence, passive sentence, all right? Okay. Okay, now let's look at this. Can you identify the errors in this paragraph? So this is a paragraph. There are some errors. Can you identify the errors and try to correct them? Yes. Look at the paragraph. Read silently and try to correct the errors. Okay, see, look at the next slide. It's not elimination for child labor, it is elimination of child labor. And then is undoubtedly one of the biggest challenge, no, one of the biggest challenges facing our country. Various articles of the Constitution prohibits. Articles prohibit the employment of children in factories. Under Article 24, it has started. Not it has started. It has been stated. Yeah. So look at this. Yes, right. Children should be provided. See, last sentence, children should be provided. No, children should be provided opportunities to develop in a healthy manner. Right? Okay, so that's called editing. So once you write a paragraph, you need to reread and correct all the errors. That's called proofreading, editing. You'll have to proofread, you'll have to edit and correct the mistakes. That's very, very important. Okay, now let's look at paragraph writing. So I asked you to write a paragraph about your favorite person, right? My favorite person. When you write a paragraph, you have to think of a topic sentence, supporting details. Okay, so for example, this is one type of paragraph. Okay, please read this silently. It's called argumentation paragraph. Can you see this? Can you see the paragraph, madam?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Okay, so you have to identify the topic sentence in the paragraph. Please, can you identify the topic sentence? Which is the most important sentence in this paragraph? They can't see, I think. Can they see?
They are asking to zoom.
Okay, I can't zoom actually.
Yeah, it can't be zoomed.
Yes. That's all right. Can you read out, madam? Can you read out?
Yes.
Yeah.
Argumentation paragraph example. School uniforms should be mandatory for all students for a number of reasons. First, they make everyone equal. In this way, the rich kids are on the same level as the poor ones. In addition, getting ready for school can be much faster and easier. Many kids waste time choosing what to wear to school, and they are often unhappy with their final choices. Most important, some studies show that school uniforms make students perform better. Many people might say that uniforms take away from personal freedom, but I believe that the benefits are stronger than the drawbacks.
Yeah, thank you. So when you write a paragraph, it's very important to include a topic sentence. So you can either begin with the topic sentence or conclude the paragraph with the topic sentence. So which is the topic sentence here? It's the first sentence. School uniforms should be mandatory for all students for a number of reasons. That's the most important sentence. All right, let's look at one more paragraph. Okay. Can they read? No.
Can they read? The font is
too small. Yeah,
font
they
is a
cannot.
little small.
Yes, yes. Can you read it, madam?
Yes.
Yeah.
Illustration paragraph, an example here. Great athletes do not reach the top by talent alone, but by pushing themselves to the limit and beyond. For instance, golf legend Tiger Woods keeps striving for perfection. Long after dark, even during tournaments, he practices at the driving range, hitting ball after ball. Even after winning his first Masters tournament in 1997, Tiger spent 18 months refining his swing. Recently, he added 20 pounds of muscle to his lean frame with a secret training plan. Another example is hardworking tennis star Serena Williams, who practices on the court for hours each day with her sister Venus. Serena builds her speed and strength with yoga, running, weightlifting, and boxing. By studying videotapes of all her matches, she constantly improves her game. Perhaps no player in any sport, however, can match the work ethic of Lance Armstrong.
Yeah,
In
that's enough.
1996, yes.
Thank you. Yeah. So this is another type of paragraph. It's called illustration paragraph, where we are giving examples. So giving examples. So the most important sentence is the first sentence. Great athletes do not reach the top by talent alone, but by pushing themselves to the limit and beyond. So that's the topic sentence. The rest of the sentences develop the topic sentence by giving examples. You will find the example of Tiger Woods. You'll find the example of another example, Serena Williams, and the third example. There are 3 different examples given to support the topic sentence. So that is how we write a paragraph. So when you're writing a paragraph about your favorite person, most of you wrote about your father, your mother, best teacher. All right, that's the topic sentence. My favorite person is my father. And then you have to support it by giving details. Give at least 3 or 4 details to support the topic sentence. All right, so okay, now what you should do is, so I'm trying to conclude the session by giving you some more links. This is another link, if you can see on the screen. No, they cannot. I'll share the link with madam.
Yes.
Please open the link. That's where you can practice writing. Yes, one second. Yeah, I've shared the link. Can you share it in chat box, madam?
Yes.
This is an online platform for practicing your writing. Yes. This is very useful. It will take you to, yes. Please, you can do it later. Open the link and write a paragraph. You'll get feedback. You'll get immediate feedback from Cambridge University. Yeah, that's right. So that's the link for paragraph writing, not link for your test. Okay.
We'll share it in the WhatsApp groups also later.
Yeah,
we'll do it.
Yes. And this is one more link. Okay, I'm going to share this. One more link where you can practice grammar. Yeah, I'll share it. You can practice grammar once again. You can practice grammar online. I'll share the link, madam. Yes. That's right. Yeah. Can you share it in the chat box?
Yes, we'll do it.
Yeah. Okay. So these are some resources, online resources for improving your writing. You can get feedback online. You can practice grammar online. You will know your level. There are some 25. If you open this link, British Council link, Learn English British Council link. All right. You'll get 25 questions. If you answer these questions, you'll get the score. It'll assess your level. You will know your level. Where do you stand as far as grammar is concerned? The earlier link, if you open the link, you'll be asked to write a short paragraph. You'll get feedback. You'll also know your level. As far as writing is concerned, where do you stand? What is your level? Okay, you'll get feedback. You'll also know your level. Next link for grammar, British Council link, you'll get a score out of 25. Okay, please open these links, practice writing, try to improve your writing skills, and then you can share this with course coordinator, with Prasanna madam. Yeah, that's what I'm basically trying. I just wanted you to practice writing and make it a very, very practical session, not give you a lot of theories, not give a lecture on writing. So with that, I'm trying to end my session, and I hope it was useful. Yes, madam.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. It was a very engaging session with a practical experience for the participants. I would consider this to be a unique session because so far we never had this practical session, and developing writing skills needs writing practice also, and which sir has given to all the participants very effectively, very beautifully. He took forward making the students write sentences, then write paragraphs, identify the errors, and so many things. As Professor Dr. Ravi Narayan says, speaking comes instantly, whereas writing needs practice. It has to be developed gradually. And he also told how you can read the nonverbal texts also by asking the 6 journalist questions. So it was very, very useful, enriching, enlightening session. Thank you so much on behalf of management members of V.V.N. Trust who run this V.V.N. Degree College, and Chief Executive for Academics and Administration, our principal, all the faculty members and students. I extend our heartfelt gratitude for you because in spite of your very busy schedule, I know how busy you are.
Yeah.
Very busy schedule, you accepted our invitation, and this shows how much concerned you are about the students and their effective English development skills. And it is only because of your concern you accepted our invitation and shared your knowledge. Thank you. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. Thank you for inviting me and for making me part of this event. Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you. Participants, now we'll post the link for the feedback of both the sessions and the test questions based on both the sessions. You have till tomorrow, 11 o'clock, you have got time. Go through the questions, give your feedbacks, attempt the questions, and submit. Even though you have not registered, you get automatically registered to this online course. So far, it has been very useful. We are getting a lot of feedback, lot of messages, phone calls and all, and some are suggesting the areas which need to be covered and all. We are going to give a thought for it. So thank you. Thank you so much. Tomorrow, 11 o'clock, be with us again. Stay at home, stay safe, take care, stay blessed always. Thank you.